Did you know that you can set up production right at your home? What? For instance, buying an embroidery machine and easily making $1,500 a month, or a cheese-making kit, a couple of hours of work, and you already have an average weekly salary in your pocket. I've gathered simple ways for you on how to organize a small but incredibly profitable production in the next room. And in the end, I'll show you a $1 million idea, how you can practically start earning with just $1 investment. Who doesn't love snacks? I, for example, adore them, even without alcohol. From the most ordinary fruits and pieces of meat, you can get dried fruits and meat chips with minimal investment. A small dehydrator or a convection oven, and you can try making your first batch.
That's a good one.
With just $2,000 in your pocket, you can set up a small but cozy production line in your garage or even a separate room. The path from a small home production to becoming a leading supplier to local shops and stores of dried fruits, or even a unique store for meat treats, is not that far. It all depends on your ambitions and actions, and the demand for tasty snacks is always there. Perhaps you're in a romantic mood and want to start something that allows you to meditate and make money at the same time. Open a small pottery workshop. Every turn of the pottery wheel, every touch of hands to soft, pliable clay gives birth to something unique, irreplaceable. And yes, these creations are worth their weight in gold.
Oh my God!
Clay is inexpensive. The first pottery wheel can be bought for around $500, and that's enough to make large vases and gradually refine your craft. But like any endeavor, there are challenges here. This art requires not only patience and perseverance, but also a willingness to learn, experiment, and of course, make mistakes. And if your soul yearns for creativity, if you're looking for a cozy retreat from the hustle, where you can create and at the same time provide yourself a decent living, then the pottery wheel and kiln will become your faithful companions. Go for it. And don't forget that besides your own productions, you can later sell masterclasses or even give full-fledged lessons, which also bring in enough money.
Nice.
In a world where everyone is seeking a healthy lifestyle, starting a business in the cheese production industry, it's like finding a real gold mine. And not just gold, but aromatic, delicious, causing admiration and appetite in everyone who tries your product. Whether you start with a tiny cheese-making setup in your apartment or launch a full-scale factory, you can always find your buyer. Now, when everyone is chasing uniqueness and quality, hard cheeses are your ticket to success. You can make cheese even in the regular pot if you want to understand whether it's for you or not. Then you buy an automatic cheese-making machine and gauge demand. It's better not to chase volumes at the very beginning.
Okay.
You can earn a high check by making a quality and environmentally friendly product. Another cool option for home production is working with leather. There are many different directions, but I suggest starting with the basics. Simple wallets, document covers, card holders. And do you fancy the math for more serious items? A backpack for $120, and half of it is your pure profit. Is profitability bad? Wallets like hotcakes in the range of $30 to $40, and you can make 10 of them per shift if you make a standard product without special frills. Start your own YouTube channel, social media page, and gradually gather loyal customers. Once you get the hang of it and there's a queue, you can confidently mark up your products more significantly. Can't cook? But that doesn't mean you can't earn in the pastry world. Boldly buy a 3D food printer on the Chinese market and start experimenting. You can print various pastry elements, patterns, decor, figurines, and other elements. After all, cakes are now decorated in a way that sometimes they resemble some craft or even a model where all elements must be edible. And the printer helps a lot in this. For many pastry chefs, mastering this device becomes a too labor-intensive process, and it's easier for them to just order decor elements, focusing only on the idea and taste properties of the future cake. This is a real marvel of technology that is accessible to everyone. I'm talking about a CNC engraving machine. Even a school student can become a master engraver because you don't need to be an engineer or a fairy tale wizard to start working with this device.
What?
Just choose an image, upload it to the machine, and voila, your masterpiece is ready. Sometimes you don't even need to upload. Connect it to your computer and start the whole process with just one button. This compact machine can bring any fantasy to life, be it delicate decoration, a unique personalized gift box, or even engraving on a laptop keyboard. The price? Oh, it will pleasantly surprise you. The cost of such machines starts from just a couple of $100s, which can easily be recouped through bulletin boards and word of mouth.
That's pretty good.
Or what do you think about an embroidery machine? We buy ready-made basic t-shirts and sweatshirts, find original and unusual prints, and produce clothing of a completely different level and price. You can work on custom orders. Fashion enthusiasts will appreciate the opportunity to decorate their favorite item with a unique pattern. And businessmen will value the chance to create a recognizable style for their company. The price? Yes, you can start with $500. But if you're ready for serious business, it's worth looking at more advanced models starting at $2,000.
Oh, yeah.
They have higher embroidery productivity and precision, allowing you to sell finished products at a higher price. Now, I've reached the wonder of technology that has stirred up the beauty world, the nail printer. It's not just a machine, it's a real wizard capable of transferring any image directly to your nails. The cost of this wonder ranges from $500 to $1,200, opening the doors to a world of big money. After all, who spends more on their beauty than women? Imagine a girl sitting in a comfortable beauty salon chair, choosing her favorite image or photo, and after half an hour, a true work of art blossoms on her nails. And the best part? You can do it right at home. But there are nuances here, I must warn you. Yes, the advertising of these printers promises wonders, but it's always worth looking behind the scenes. In reality, the printer requires delicate tuning and carefulness. The finger must be held perfectly straight, otherwise the image may distort. And the shape of the nail or finger might add unforeseen strokes to the final result. Also, don't forget about consumables. Ink cartridges are essential, but they require additional expenses. Otherwise, it's a reliable device that allows you to do what even the best manicurists find challenging. Hydrogel films. These are the best production for our faithful companions. Smartphones, smartwatches, and fitness bracelets. This thin, barely noticeable layer that saves screens from unwanted scratches and damages is highly demanded in today's times. After all, with such films, there's no need to hide the elegance of technology behind bulky cases. And you can manufacture such films on order, taking not just typical devices like iPhones and other popular phones, but also protecting rare and expensive gadgets. For example, laptops or tablets, for which there are practically no thin and convenient cases or protective films covering all sides. The Chinese mostly limit themselves to the display. Think about it, the earnings here are fantastic. And what do you think about a small furniture production? No, you don't necessarily need huge and expensive machines. You can start with ordinary loft furniture, which is essentially like a construction set. Take tables, for example. We separately buy a metal base, get a tabletop or simply a wooden board of the regular size. Assemble everything neatly, cover it with oil, take beautiful photos. Done.
Yeah, boy.
I'm generalizing, of course, but not all furniture requires significant costs and skills. You can start with the simplest. Questions about caring for carpets remain relevant worldwide because carpets add beauty and luxury to a room, but require proper care. If you have the desire to take on this business, you can create a specialized laundry right at home, or go to the client's home. The main thing is to have a power source and the necessary equipment. For effective cleaning, the following equipment will be needed: a vacuum cleaner for removing dust and dirt from carpets, a rotary machine for deep cleaning, a high-pressure machine for thorough rinsing, and a centrifuge for fast drying. Even with semi-professional equipment, you can successfully clean up to 10 carpets in one working shift. This business can be profitable and in demand, since many carpet owners value cleanliness and care for their items. Knitted clothing always remains in demand, especially in cold weather. It not only provides excellent warmth, but also has a stylish appearance. Starting a mini workshop for the production of knitted items can be an excellent source of income in a relatively short time, especially if you focus on mass market and affordable products, such as hats and socks. You don't need much space. Even a room in a regular apartment will be enough. It's also important to pay attention to the presentation of the products to attract the attention of the gift segment, as many purchase items not for themselves, but as gifts. How to do it? Simply use beautiful and neat packaging. You can use craft paper and twine, which already looks presentable. Moreover, reaching the children's clothing market can open up huge opportunities for you, considering the high profit margins in this niche. To start, you'll need to purchase knitting machines and an automatic cutting machine. Often, such equipment can be found on the second-hand market at very reasonable prices, which will help reduce initial investments. The average paycheck period for such a business, especially with active sales through bulletin boards, and considering the popularity of knitted items in cold weather, can be just a few months, which truly allows for counting on significant success and profit. I think you're noticing that the sphere of services for knife sharpening and key duplication remains in demand regardless of technological progress. Combining these services in a small workshop can create additional opportunities to attract customers and increase income. The cost of equipment is quite affordable, making the start in such a business more accessible for entrepreneurs. Advertising through neighbors and bulletin boards is an excellent way to attract customers, especially at the initial stage. Also, by paying attention to service quality and meeting the needs of your local audience, you can quickly build a reputation and gain loyal customers. Smoking meat and other products can be an excellent business that you can organize at home, especially if you live in a house or have a garage. You'll need just a few cabinets, ventilation, and access to electricity for process control. Meat delicacies and snacks always have a stable demand, and you can offer your products to nearby stores and pubs. The cost of the business depends on the raw materials you choose. If you work with poultry or pork, the cost will be one thing. But if you decide to create delicacies from rare fish, the cost will be completely different. Additionally, maintaining cleanliness in the premises and cleaning the equipment is crucial. After all, the health and safety of products and customers are important in such businesses. It's also important to comply with all standards and requirements for processing and storing products to ensure your business is legal and safe for customers. In general, smoking products can be a successful and profitable endeavor if approached seriously and responsibly. The idea of producing mini houses and scratching posts for pets can indeed be profitable, since pet owners are always ready to take care of their furry friends and pay quite good money. It's worth starting with simple products, such as a scratching post. Initially, you can use basic materials such as jute rope and wooden components to create a first product sample and find your first customers. Getting feedback from customers will help you improve your products and take their preferences into account. The cost of the business is very low at the initial stage, especially if you have basic tools like a hammer, saw, etc. Gradually, with successful business development, you can expand the range and offer more complex products. There's no need to rush into this. First, build a customer base. And here's the topic I promised right at the beginning. Without unnecessary investment, the maximum you'll spend is on products, which you can enjoy yourself. I'm talking about making bouquets from marshmallows. These are not just sweets, they are small works of art that can delight not only your taste buds, but also your eyes. The opportunity to experiment with shapes, colors, and aromas opens the door to the world of creativity and decent money. You can start this sweet business with minimal investment. It's enough to have the basic ingredients and set of molds on hand to turn your kitchen into a real marshmallow factory. You can even package your first creations in simple craft paper. You might ask me, how do you even do all this? Just type it into the search engine. There are millions of tutorials that will guide you through this craft, even if you're a complete novice in the confectionery business. The only special things you'll need are nozzles to make these flowers. But you can find plenty of them online for $1 for a whole set. Go for it! Starting your own production is much easier than you think. You don't need millions, large rental spaces, or hiring dozens of employees. You can start on your own if you just start taking action instead of sitting still. Thanks for watching, and good luck to you.